Before you were born, before you had a name or a body, there was only consciousness and possibility. And from that silent vastness, you chose the experience of human life. You didn't come to save the world, nor to correct what you perceive as imperfect. You came because you recognized something extraordinary. Earth is a vibrant stage where creation never stops. Here, every thought shapes paths, every emotion opens doors, every desire pushes the universe beyond where it has ever been. You are not a fixer of flaws. You are an explorer of potentials, a creative presence that moves through choices, contrasts, and insights. The world does not need you to fight against it, but to flow with life, like someone who dances with the eternal, with something that is always whispering new possibilities. And now you are here, in the exact place where expansion happens, at the edge between what you live and what you are still capable of imagining. Long before you opened your eyes for the first time, you had already chosen to be here. From a non-physical perspective, wide, clear, and free, you looked at the earthly experience and recognized its value, not because of perfection, but because of diversity, because of contrast, because of the richness of possibilities that only a physical world could offer. You came knowing that every person around you would be a consciousness creating their own reality, knowing that no one here was meant to be shaped, corrected, or directed by you. The variety of thoughts, desires, and paths was never an obstacle. It was always part of the design. Human diversity is not a problem to be solved. It is the matrix that allows expansion. It is the vibrational composition that keeps the universe evolving. And you, in choosing to incarnate, agreed to participate in this process, not as a controller, but as a co-creator, not as a judge, but as an explorer. Imagine a vast kitchen, endless ingredients, flavors of every kind, unlimited possibilities. You, the chef, know exactly what recipe you want to create, and you choose only the ingredients that align with your vision. You don't get upset about what doesn't belong in your recipe. You don't wage war against the salt just because today you want to bake something sweet. You simply ignore what doesn't serve. Life works the same way. There are beliefs that resonate with you and beliefs that don't. There are people aligned with your path and people who aren't. But none of this needs to be fought. You simply choose what supports your creation and leave the rest where it is. Contrast gives birth to a new desire. Your desire is released. The universe responds instantly. Vibrational alignment is the bridge between the desire and its manifestation. If you think about it with softness, appreciation, and pleasure, harmony, coherence, attraction, and then the desire takes shape. It enters your life. It reveals itself in your physical experience. When that happens, your point of view shifts, new contrasts appear, and new desires are born. This is how you expand. This is how the universe expands. In a continuous, eternal, beautiful, and perfectly orchestrated flow, there is no finish line. There is no permanent happy ending. You are an eternal being, always creating, always desiring, always expanding, and that's okay. The goal was never to be done. It was to enjoy the movement, to find joy in the journey itself. When you realize this, something shifts. Life stops being a race and becomes a dance. There are moments in life when you forget. You forget the vastness of the consciousness that lives within you. You forget that you are not here by accident. You forget that every step, even the most confusing ones, is part of a larger alignment. But then, there comes a moment when something inside you awakens, a gentle whisper, almost imperceptible, that says, Remember who you are. And suddenly, you realize you were never lost. You were simply exploring, diving deep into the nuances of the human experience, like a curious traveler touching every texture of the world. Everything you have lived, every encounter, every doubt, every contrast, was expanding your perception, refining your vibration, and bringing clarity to the being you are becoming. You finally understand that there is no failure where there is expansion. There is no delay where there is learning. There is no mistake when the soul is growing. The universe does not judge you. It responds. It responds to your focus, to your desire, to your inner state. And when you shift within, everything around you shifts as well. It is in that instant that you claim your power back, because you realize that power was never outside you. It has always been in the way you choose to see, to feel, to interpret, and to direct your energy. And then a profound truth emerges. You did not come here to prove anything. You did not come here to get everything right. You came to experience, to feel, to create, and to shape your reality from the inside out. Life becomes light again, not because it became perfect, but because you return to your center, because by remembering who you are, you learn to dance with life instead of resisting it. And the dance continues, soft, sincere, infinite, an eternal dialogue between you and the universe, a constant flow of intention, response, and expansion. And deep down, you know, no matter where you are, you have never stopped being exactly where you were meant to be. You have never stopped walking in the right direction. You have never stopped being guided. Because the truth is simple and profound. You are part of the universe that creates, and the universe is part of you. There is a moment in the silence between one thought and another when you begin to sense something subtle. The universe is listening to you, not as a distant force, not as a judge watching your steps, but as an intimate presence, deeply connected to you. It is a dialogue that never uses words. It speaks through sensations, intuitions, coincidences, synchronities so precise they feel as if they were written specifically for you. And in a way, they were. Because the universe responds to your vibration the same way a mirror responds to light. It reflects what you emit, not as punishment or reward, but because that is the language of energy. And in this constant flow between what you feel and what the universe returns, a conversation emerges, ancient, eternal, familiar. When you doubt, the universe doesn't push you. It whispers. It delivers an insight, opens a small door, offers a path you simply need to notice. When you align, it amplifies everything. Things flow, people appear, opportunities fit together like a puzzle that was only waiting for the right moment. It is as if the universe were saying, "Keep going. I am with you." The universe is not out there. It is moving within you, in your focus, in your emotional state, in your quietest intention. And when you finally understand this, life shifts in quality. You stop begging for signs and start seeing them everywhere. You stop trying to control and begin to participate in the dance, a dance in which every step you take creates a response from the cosmos, and every response from the cosmos guides your next step.